I had made a post about this technique about 10 days ago and how it changed my life for the better. A lot of people reached out, asking me about this technique. So what's the technique? If all your desires are now a reality, what is the single feeling you'd feel? Capture that single feeling before you go to bed and fall asleep in that feeling. No specific scenes, no resistance or doubts. For some reason, this is the least discussed Neville Goddard technique on this sub, so I thought I'd share it. Ever since I started implementing this, each day has been an absolute blessing. So many of my manifestations just happened effortlessly. And as an added bonus, each day I get some or the other surprise, probably because of how simple and general the nature of the technique is. But some of the people who reached out said they didn't know how to assume a single feeling of being ecstatic or blessed. Some even said that it was almost impossible to feel blessed because their life showed the opposite of being blessed. Well, this post is for those who feel the same. And it also helps others who want to try the technique. So, why is it so hard for you to assume this feeling of being blessed? What's stopping you? It's your perception. You're so blinded by facts that you're only seeing what your perception lets you see. You're seeing life through a filter which filters out everything that doesn't fit your perception. How does the world look when you see it through dark color sunglasses? Everything appears darker, isn't it? What happens when you see through blue-colored sunglasses? Everything appears bluish. That's exactly what we do. We see the world through our perception. If it's dark, the world appears dark. So, how was your perception created? Assumptions. It was because of all the unconscious false assumptions you had and still have. The assumptions which we so naturally believe in, that we don't even question them. Remember what Neville said about assumptions. An assumption, although false, if persisted in, harden into facts. When you change your assumptions, you change your perception. When you change your perception, your focus changes and what you focus on is what you get. That's when your life completely changes. So, how do you get rid of these false assumptions? It's simple. Challenge the assumptions. Question it and consciously find at least a single fact that disproves it. That will remove the power it holds over you. And we can replace it with new assumptions of our choice after that. This is exactly why I made a post on how to ignore your reality. The purpose of it was to challenge your assumption on what you perceive as real. And this post aims to do the same. To make you think from a different perspective. To redirect your mind to see the same facts in a different light. So, you think your life is a mess, a living hell. Let's try to find a few random facts that disproves it. Did have food today? Breakfast, lunch or dinner? Good. Did you know according to statistics, the global number of people who were undernourished in 2017? 820.8 million. 2. Do you get to sleep on your bed every night? Good. Did you know to statistics, in 2016, 550,000 people experienced homelessness just in America alone. Can you imagine the number in underdeveloped countries? 3. Do you get to drink clean water and breathe clean air? Awesome. Do you know how many people get to drink clean water in third world countries? Some even don't have clean air to breathe. 4. Do you get to visit supermarkets to shop groceries? Good. There are countries where the size of the school that children attend are as big as the aisle for cereals your supermarkets have. 5. Do you have access to the internet and access to free life-changing information? Good. Did you know more than half the world don't have access to electricity, leave alone the internet? Have any idea how many children would trade places with you to get the free life-changing information you're getting so easily? Still think you're not blessed? Okay, I've got one more. 6. So, you got up today and you're alive. Do you know how many people never woke up today? How many died in their bed? Still not convinced? 7. How old are you? More or less than 20 years old. Do you know how many babies that never even saw the light of day? How many kids never get past the age of 10? And you still think you're not blessed? And your life is hell? Think again. And I know some of you are thinking that I'm only comparing it to the less fortunate. Why not compare it with the super rich who have mansions and supercars? When you can't acknowledge, appreciate, and be grateful for what you already have, how will you ever appreciate something you don't have yet? There are people in the world who don't have the basic necessities to live. And here we are worrying about why our SPs didn't text yet. Only when you feel and know you're blessed, you get all other things you desire. I hope I helped you realize the false assumptions you have about your life. You are blessed. Millions of unfortunate people would agree because they know it. Why don't you make this your new assumption? Capture this single feeling of being blessed and carry this feeling into your sleep. Try it for a month at least and watch how your life changes. If it helps, I sometimes use music and movie scenes to help me capture this feeling. You can try those too. Happy manifesting.